Hey, filled up the bloody dumpster, didn't I? Today is the last day of the dumpster. To be honest, I was expecting it to be taken away today, but it remains. So I decided to make the most of it, and I demolished all the plaster off this wall and took off all the trim in this dining room area. So now these walls are ready to cut into for electrical outlets and then refinish, which is very exciting. I took all of the plaster off this wall because I'm going to have to cut. There's going to be a lot of electrical outlets in these walls, and I just thought it'd be easier to take all the plaster off and then just resheet it with nice clean drywall. And then over here, where there used to be a door, I've now framed that up. Let's come in a little bit closer. So, got proper 2x4s here, but then I've just got bits of lath to space it out because, see here, there's lath, and then 3/8 inch drywall is going to fit perfectly against this lath to finish flush with the plaster. So I need to space everything out by the thickness of the lath so that it's all like planar, coplanar. So that's what this lath is doing here. It's just there to space it out. And I'll probably put some like glueies on here, and then I'll put my drywall on, and then I'll fix it to the studs, and then the glueies will hold it onto this. It'll give it some strength because 3/8 inch drywall isn't very strong. So having these like simple straps behind it will give it just that little bit extra stiffness. So it doesn't feel like cardboard when you're bloody knocking on it. So everything's looking real nice. I had my friend Sarah over yesterday. She helped me do like a real big sweep up. So we swept up heaps of stuff. So pretty much all of the floors are clear now, and most of the demolition that I think I need to do is done. I cleared the plaster off the top of this doorway and the top of that doorway. It's over doorways that you get like the most like squashy compression cracking in the plaster from the jacking and all the movement of the walls and stuff. So rather than trying to repair it, it was all just kind of popping off. I just thought I'd remove it all, and then my good friend 3/8 drywall will go over those bits. So that room's looking good. Living room looking real good. Sorry for spinning around, Jake. I call those the Jakey spins. Just kidding, but I do now. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Floor's clear. The living room has become my like depository for all of my gear. I'm working in there, and I just want to clear these rooms out to make room to like sweep the floors through. There's the kitchen. I was toying with the idea of removing this ceiling completely, all this plaster, but I think I'm just going to patch this bit, patch it, and then it's all getting panelled anyway, so there's going to be, can't remember what it's called. It's basically glorified cardboard. It's like this hardboard stuff, and it's got a beautiful finish. It takes paint like a champ, so most of what's up there is going to be another layer of that. So I don't have to patch it super neatly because it's going to be concealed by a layer of the name will come to me. We'll call it hardboard. It's like very thin, very stiff, kind of brittle, very like sheer. And now I've got an airless sprayer, so this entire house is going to get sprayed, and it's just going to look great. I can't wait to start finishing. Until then, I have to finish patching up the insulation here. Patch the insulation. There's the old insulation, which I'm leaving when I can. Patching where I have to with new fluffy fiberglass. Still some patches need to be done on this wall, but not many. Up there, next to the flue. Now, I made a video yesterday. It was a great video. It was several videos. I managed to stitch it together with my like free video editing thing, but something went badly, and the last it just like rendered like it was tripping balls, like there were weird pixelation and distortions and stuff. So I took it down. So this is another one. In yesterday's video, I answered a question from my friend Steve, who I think is still Steve in Iraq. Correct me if I'm wrong, but soon to be Steve of the world. He asked me why I was getting rid of the fireplace in here. And basically, building code, I don't want to do wrong by the building code when it comes to something like a gas fireplace that could like poison or set a building on fire or something. I'm not going to need a point source of heat in here. I'm going to have like underfloor radiant heating, so everything's going to be nice and warm anyway. And also just the floor space and the wall space for like furnishings. I'd rather have like a big bookshelf or something there. Maybe later down the line, I don't know. Nah, I just don't see it happening. If I'm going to have a fireplace anywhere, it'll be in the basement so that I can burn wood scraps and have like a little den down there, like a little cozy zone with a wood fire, and you know, you can just hang out, get cozy. That'd be nice. So yeah, no fireplace. And yes, Nick and Kelly, I know I'm going to get a proper video editing software and maybe even a proper camera soon. My phone is just rapidly running out of storage. So yeah, I'm going to start keeping an eye out on Craigslist and stuff for a decent vlogging camera. I don't want to buy like a brand new top of the wazza one. I just don't have the kind of budget for that at the moment, nor the inclination. I've got a really good DSLR. I could probably just use that, and might give that a go because my D810 is like a full frame, beautiful camera with amazing video capabilities. So maybe I'll give that a go. Bathroom. I think we've seen this a bit. All ready to do next stuff on. Bedroom. Ooh, nice and clear. So the place is looking real tidy at the moment, fam. Real tidy. And it just feels so nice, like mentally, just walking around, being able to like imagine and vision just more, with more clarity. Just look at it. Oh. It's just so many fewer distractions. You can kind of get a great sense of the possibilities, can't you? So yeah. What else? That's about it. I went on about all sorts of stuff yesterday, and now I'm making this video to replace yesterday's 20-minute bloody epic, and here I am at 8 minutes 40 seconds and running out of things to say. It's been a great time. I still have to come up with a solution for what I'm going to do with the floor here. The kitchen floor, not sure, but I can start like planning it out, where the island's going to go, where my penetrations for sink and water will be. My stove is going to go over there. So I can start planning the gas line with my plumber mate. And yeah, that's next really. It's very exciting. I'm going to start like wiring up. So I'm going to start bringing electrical up here. This entire upper floor needs to be completely rewired. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to invest in some very long drill bits because they're going to come in handy for like drilling through all the framing to get wires up through. So that'll be cool. Let's go downstairs and then I'll show you around there, and then we can pretty much call it quits. Here we are downstairs. Check it out. The downstairs kitchen, which is also like a lumber storage zone, home of the lovely chimney. So when I have a wood stove in the basement, I'll be using this chimney to get me smoke out. Yesterday I did a whole thing in this video where I demolished this wall. I took all the plaster off this wall on camera. It was really fun and I lost it all. So now you just get to see the aftermath. But yeah, down here, tidy-ish. Not as tidy as upstairs, but way better. Massive improvement. This bathroom still needs a final sweep. I need to bring the vacuum down here so I can sweep and vacuum. It really does a great job of getting rid of all the dust and stuff. And then I can start finishing. I can put the next layer of plywood on this floor. I need some 3/8 inch plywood on the floor here. And I can patch up the insulation in this wall and vapor barrier it and do that whole thing. That will be cool. This downstairs bedroom, nice and clear. And the nicest bits are here. So here we've got the downstairs dining room. Kind of see, maybe I'm not in the way. Dining room, my big tarp. Some mortar, bags of mortar, and all my like blocking, cribbing for like jacking, because there's going to be some more jacking occurring down here. There's still that sag in the floor upstairs, so I think what has to happen is this wall, where I've opened it up, somehow it's being crushed. Something is crushing here, and it all needs to be like pushed up by a good 3/4 of an inch. Like it's something's going on in the floor there or down here. Have to figure it out. But yeah, you can kind of see up there. Can I zoom? I can. So see there, that crack that's right in the middle there. That is where something is doing a big squash on this wall, on that framing. So we've got to figure out what's going on with that. And then here is the downstairs living room, the potential of which is magnificent. I mean, it's a wreck, but at least it's a rubble-free wreck. This was full of like plaster, it was all over the floor, so that's all in the dumpster now. Feeling good. So next step is I need to get Tim, see that daylight up there? That's just a sheet of plastic. It's a weird design of a house. This bay actually projects past the line of the building. So this top part of the bay that's poking out into the world needs its own little section of roof on it. That was being provided before by the kind of porch deck that I demolished. So that's just kind of gaping to the elements now. So I'm going to get Tim to come over and patch that up. And that'll be one of the last things that I get anyone to do here framing wise for a while, because the rest of my budget is going to have to go into plumbing and electrical and things that will help this building like sustain life, because I'm starting to feel really anxious about getting my compliance with the land bank so that I can snap up these empty lots. And this area is like coming along. There's more and more houses being rehabbed all the time. Just noticing like a dumpster here and a dumpster there, and even my dumpster had a whole bunch of space left over, so there's a house being rehabbed over the fence. I think they cheekily dumped a bunch of stuff, like see all this beige siding that's in there. That's not mine. That was just dumped here overnight. Luckily they didn't like go too far over the rim, because dumpster rules are you can't have anything projecting past the rim. So hopefully that doesn't get me in trouble. Anyway, yeah, compliance, empty lots. It's my primary focus. So yeah, I've got my gutters done, got my windows done. The next step will be front doors, and then a second back door on the back, so there's like no temporary hoarding on the building. That's another compliance requirement, is to have no like boarding up. So I'll install like proper front doors with digital keypads in the front. And that'll be cool. I won't have to go up and down so many stairs to like go between the units then. Because at the moment I have to go like down the back stairs, through the basement, and then up through the dodgy back stairs of the downstairs unit. Whereas if I've got 2 front doors, I can just go down and then around the front, which will be nice. Yeah. So hopefully you'll get the doors done sometime in the next month. They're like $300 each. It's going to cost me, I guess like, yeah, $600 for a couple of doors. But they'll be top of the wazza. I've already got the door furniture for them. I purchased that back when I had a job. So that's good. I don't have to, because that's like $150 per lock set. For like decent digital ones. So yeah, I was going to get the boys to do my front doors, but I don't think I've got the budget to pay them, so I'm just going to do it myself. I like hanging doors, it's not that hard. Plus, I just splashed out on a new toy. Forgot about that. Let me show you my new toy. Here we are, back upstairs. I'll show you my new toy. Cool, here it is. Swing, swing. Battery powered nail gun. This thing rocks. So at the moment I've got it on set to single shot. So let's get a good angle. Where's the camera? It's there, isn't it? It's basically you're up against the thing. Nail. Let's see if we can get a. How good's that? 18 gauge brad nailer. There it is. So it's DeWalt. I've already got all the batteries. I've got like quite a few DeWalt batteries now. So I'm deep into the DeWalt cordless tool system. This is my like little 4.5-inch circular saw, perfect for cutting panels, and cuts 1x material as well, 2x material as well, so like 2x4s, 2x6s, all that stuff. So with these two, my 18 gauge nailer and this, I can do some like very light framing, and then I just use construction screws to firm everything up. I'm not going to get a framing nailer for a while. I just don't have the need for one. The ones that shoot the like collated angle nails, they can shoot like a big ass nail and just do some real like structural framing nailing. I don't need that, but the 18 gauge nailer shooting little skinny brad nails, I think it takes nails up to 2.5 or 2.25 inches long. Let's see. 2 1/8. That's plenty long enough to do all of my trim and like skinny wood. Fixing skinny wood to fat wood, it's just perfect for it. And there's gonna be a lot of that coming up. I'm gonna have to like trim all of these windows out, trim those windows, all new baseboards and all my ceiling paneling, and it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be skinny wood flying everywhere. So with me and my trusty 18 gauge battery nailer, we're gonna have a great old time. As promised, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but remember that big pile of lath that was there? It's not there. And true to my word, I smoked some weed and I was in a pretty relaxed kind of state, and I just zoned and created these giant piles. Oh, it's so dark in here, you can't really see it. But I just made like bundle after bundle of lath, and that's all sitting there waiting to either be like repurposed in projects. Eventually I want to get like a full workshop going, and one of the things I want to get is a plane, like a planer, thicknessing planer. So I think with that stuff, run through a thicknessing planer to like bring back the surface to a nice like flat surface. Be awesome for making like little picture frames and all sorts of stuff. It's good timber. I don't know what it is. It smells beautiful when you cut into it, this lath. It might be fur or something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to exploring possibilities. I did throw a lot of it out as well. I saved like all of the really nice, like clean long pieces, or all that I could, all that I could be bothered anyway. But yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, got rid of my lath. So this dining room is now clear and ready for electrical and all of the next stuff. So yeah, super jazzed. Dumpster time is always a very, very productive time because it's like the urgency is on and everything gets cleared up and you start to like really feel like things are progressing, and I love it. So that's it. Dumpster's going to be gone by the time I do my next video, and we'll be on to the next thing. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to push the like button, and please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, because I get it. It's not like I've got thousands of viewers or anything, but occasionally there's a question, and it I don't know. I think it'd be for everybody's benefit if everybody could see the questions being asked. And also, I had a sore nose yesterday, but it's feeling a little bit better, so some good news. I'll leave you with a view of Lee Plaza, which I snuck into the other day. It's wonderful. I'll do a video from up there one of these days. It's amazing. But in the meantime, peace.